In the beginning, before the first dawn, before the first star ever flickered in the velvet expanse, there was nothing. Not an empty space, for space itself had not yet been born. Not a silent moment, for time was still a dream waiting to be dreamt. There was only an endless, formless, profound void. A vast, silent eternity, holding its breath in the dark. Imagine it. An existence without beginning or end, without up or down. A reality devoid of light, of sound, of touch. It was a canvas of pure potential, waiting for the artist's first stroke. In this boundless stillness, all that would ever be lay dormant, a promise whispered into the heart of nothingness. And then, a voice that did not echo, for there was nothing to reflect it. A voice that was not heard, for there were no ears to listen. It was a voice that was felt, a resonant vibration that surged through the very fabric of the void. It was a thought, a will, a command, spoken with the authority of existence itself. And this voice spoke a single, universe-altering phrase: "Let there be light." In an instant, the eternal darkness was shattered, not by a gentle glow, but by an explosion of pure, untamed brilliance. A torrent of divine energy surged through the emptiness, illuminating the void with a glory beyond all comprehension. This was not merely the absence of darkness. It was a living, breathing substance. Light became the first actor on the cosmic stage, painting the nothingness with strokes of creation. From this singular point of iridescence, galaxies began to swirl into motion, great cosmic whirlpools of nascent stars and dust. Nebulae blossomed like celestial flowers, their vibrant colors painting the newly formed space. The laws of physics clicked into place, a divine symphony of gravity, motion, and energy. Time, once a sleeping concept, awoke and began its relentless forward march. The universe was born in a flash of divine intention, and within this grand cosmic ballet, a small blue sphere began to take shape. Our Earth. It was a world of chaos, a formless mass covered by a deep, swirling ocean. But the voice that had called forth the light was not finished. It spoke again, bringing order from the turmoil. From chaos came order, from nothingness, beauty. God divided the light from the darkness, drawing a line between the two. He called the light day, a time for clarity and growth, and he called the darkness night, a time for rest and mystery. The first cycle of our world had begun, a rhythm that continues to this day. He then looked upon the swirling waters and commanded them to separate. The waters below gathered to form the great seas, their waves crashing against shores that did not yet exist. The waters above were lifted high, forming the atmosphere, a protective veil of blue, our sky. Between them, dry land emerged from the deep. Great continents pushed upward, their foundations set deep within the planet. Mountains rose, their jagged peaks scraping the new sky. Valleys were carved, ready to cradle rivers. The stage was set. On the third day, the voice spoke to the barren land, and an explosion of life answered. The earth bloomed. Tender blades of grass carpeted the hills. Great forests of trees reached for the light, their branches stretching like arms in praise. Flowers of every color and shape burst forth, filling the air with their fragrance. Every kind of seed-bearing plant filled the land, each with the power of life encoded within it, a promise of continuity, of seasons, of harvest. Life, in its green and vibrant glory, began to breathe. The silent, rocky world was transformed into a living, thriving garden. Each act of creation was deliberate, a masterpiece painted with love and purpose. The sun was placed to rule the day, a great golden orb of warmth and energy. The moon was set to govern the night, a silvery guardian in the darkness, accompanied by a glittering host of stars, each one a distant sun, a reminder of the vastness of God's creation. The waters, once empty, were now commanded to teem with life. Swarms of living creatures filled the seas. Great whales moved with majestic grace through the depths, while shimmering schools of fish darted through the currents. In the skies above, birds took flight, their wings catching the wind for the first time, their songs filling the air with a new kind of music. Then, the land was filled. Animals of every shape and size appeared, creatures that creep and crawl, beasts that roam the plains, and animals that dwell in the deep forests. Each was unique, a testament to the boundless creativity of their maker. The world was now alive, a symphony of sight, sound, and movement. But the pinnacle of creation was yet to come. With all the universe as a backdrop and the earth as a home, God said, "Let us make mankind in our image." And so, from the dust of the ground, he formed the first human. He breathed into him the breath of life, and man became a living soul, a being capable of thought, of love, of wonder, a being who could look upon the majesty of creation and recognize the hand of the Creator. Think about the power in that. One divine word shattered the silence of eternity. A single command separated the oceans from the sky. A gentle breath gave life to dust. The very same power, the very same voice, the very same God who spoke light into the universe is not a distant historical figure. That creative force is present, here and now. Perhaps you feel like you are in that initial void, a place of darkness, of formlessness, of silence. Maybe your life feels chaotic, your path unclear. Maybe you feel the weight of an emptiness that seems to have no end. Remember the beginning. Remember that darkness, no matter how absolute it seems, cannot stand against the command for light. The same God who spoke light into the cosmos can speak light into the deepest darkness of your soul. The same God who brought order from chaos can bring peace to your turmoil. The same God who breathed life into dust can breathe new life, new purpose, and new hope into you. You are not an accident. You are not a random collection of molecules. You are a deliberate act of creation, formed in the image of the divine, intended for a purpose. The same love that painted the galaxies and filled the oceans was poured into your very being. So when you look up at the night sky, at the countless stars scattered across the darkness, remember. Remember that the darkness was once all there was. And then, a voice spoke. That voice is still speaking. Into your life, into your struggles, into your heart. And it is saying, "Let there be light." All you have to do is listen.